away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com. You know the deal. Visit www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Wednesday through Sunday, lunch and dinner. Go to the app. They will deliver right to your front door pretty much anywhere inside the 275 loop. Or get down to Dayton, Kentucky. Tell them to pump it up. Save yourself 15% off of your order. All right, Aaron. It's been the content front in college sports has slowed a little bit here at the beginning of June. Everybody, I do think it'll pick back up because now everybody's getting back to campus. I think the freshmen for football arrived this week, the freshmen for basketball, and the transfers arrived last week. We're going to start getting into a lot more content here as we go forward, but this is kind of one of those periods where there's just a lull. That Memorial Day into the beginning, the first couple days of June, and
seems like a good time to go on vacation.
Yeah, next week is going to be.
I'm leaving Friday.
I'm leaving. I think it'll probably be me, Ryan, and Brent. I think I'll be here Monday of next week, and then me, you, and Dave are all on vacation next week after that. So I'm not on vacation. I'm doing volleyball dad stuff. It's AAU Nationals in Orlando.
I'm doing the first family vacation as a family. So I hear family vacations are not actually vacations. That's what everyone has told
Not really. You have three kids,
yeah, thanks.
Kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not going to get to relax much.
No, the 12-year-old turns 13 the day before my birthday, which is the 15th. My birthday is the 15th. This is the 14th. And then I'll be driving home on Father's Day.
Oh, God. That's awful. What day is Father's Day? Am I going to miss Father's Day?
The
19th?
The 19th, yeah.
I'll be in Florida with Kelsey. That's our one day, not doing volleyball that we're going to be in Florida. No, we'll be traveling. We'll be flying back home on Father's Day.
So, yeah, you get it too.
Yeah. Great.
I'm going to take an IOU, I think, for that.
Yeah, I get next Sunday is Father's Day. So, Friday of last week, Brett Yormark had they had the Big 12 spring meetings, and he took the podium, talked about a lot of different things, talked about realignment, talked about basketball, which I think is kind of one of his big initiatives. I think ultimately what he wants to do is split basketball and football in terms of media deals.
That's his background. That makes sense. I mean, he was in charge of the Brooklyn Nets.
I don't know why they're not split. I don't know why conferences are lazy enough to just throw it all together. And
there's some writers who I think Bill Connolly took a shot at basically add the whole Big East to the fray and have the biggest, essentially go 24. I think he even said go 32 teams in the Big 12
and be like a professional league,
super league. Yeah.
But the one thing he said that is kind of interesting for this show and the way that we kind of do things, he said that there is a rebrand of the Big 12 coming. It's believed to be coming this week, but they're not going to change the name. They're not going to change the logo. They're not going to change the colors.
What's left?
So I'm interested in your thoughts, Aaron. What could you possibly rebrand? What the slogan?
Is there a theme song?
That's interesting. With his
Yeah.
ties to Jay-Z.
Maybe
there's a Big 12 theme song coming.
I don't know how often you'd get to use it, I guess in commercials.
Oh, you'd use it in every commercial if there was a theme song.
If you had an actual Big 12 theme song, yeah.
Like Jay-Z, like a new Jay-Z song?
Well, I don't even know how much people would be into Jay-Z at this. When was the last time Jay-Z put out new music?
That's my point, though. Like, if Jay-Z drops a banger and it's the Big 12's theme song, Song of the Summer is the Big 12's theme song?
What? No. But I don't know. I mean, even if he tapped into some younger artist, which is probably, if you want to get younger and hipper, you maybe go away from Jay-Z, who's like, I mean, when he was saying 40 is the new 30, I think that was a decade and a half ago.
Maybe they take whoever's going to be performing at halftime of the Big 12 championship game, and then they do a theme song with that guy or girl and promote all the way through to the Big 12 championship football game.
Well, with Cincinnati, are there any Under Armour schools left in the Big 12 as it currently stands?
Texas Tech was. I don't know if they still are.
I'm just curious if you have a partnership with, potentially a brand or something like that. Now that Cincinnati's gone, Nike and Jordan, if you potentially have, and even if it's not them, if like there's a release of like you can get all your Big 12 gear through maybe even like a home field.
Kansas is Adidas though. Like,
okay. I'm just trying to think outside the box, like to where you would be going with a rebrand. That you're not changing anything. What are you changing?
Well, they're going back to 12 schools, right? Like for now, we don't know. It could be the Big 20 in 6 months, but as it stands, they're at 10. 2 are leaving, 4 joining. Like they're for right now, they're like the Big 12 is actually going to be relevant again for maybe 5 minutes until Colorado and Arizona join the Big 12, the Big 14.
I'm still just dragging my feet on Colorado.
I don't care. Like, I don't care.
It's just, I don't think it moves the needle once Deion's gone.
I think it's a good reason to go to Colorado. Colorado is actually a pretty fucking cool state.
Yeah, I mean, if you were going to go to Colorado, I would go to Red Rock and have that be the reason I went, not because I'm going to see a Colorado Buffaloes game.
Yeah, whatever. But you're going to see the Bearcats play in Colorado.
Cold.
No, it's not that. It's sunny like 300 days a year in Denver.
You're not in Denver. You're in Boulder.
That's not that far. It's like an hour.
It's going to be 18 inches of snow.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. But back to the rebrand. If it's not a theme song, if it's not, maybe the slogan is we Big 12. We're actually 12.
Yeah, I like that. But then like you would spend all that money on a rebrand, and then in 12 days you're like, here's Colorado and Arizona. Just kidding.
I don't know. What else do you think it might?
I don't like. I'm genuinely curious as to what people think, because what are you rebranding if it's not the logo, the colors, the name? Like what are you? Are you rebranding?
I know.
Maybe you're rebranding. Maybe you're rebranding basketball as like its own entity, like the best league in America, or like.
I know that they want.
Look, the SEC rebranded. It just means more, and we're still making fun of that shit.
You're not wrong. Especially, it means so much. We had to have one less game than everybody else in our conference. So stupid. I don't know. Like Yormark has mentioned on more than one occasion that he wants there to be a unified front almost when presenting any and all of these schools. So is there something that can unify them more in presentation, or is there something that you can do in that regard that would stand out more than it already is?
I don't know. It's like what? I guess is my question, right?
That's where I keep going back to. The only thing that I can think of is we're talking, slogan or some type of theme song, but I don't know. Are like maybe in the commercial, like the commercials for different schools, there's some type of continuity there, or maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he does seem like a guy that wants everybody's like message to be very similar.
Mm-hmm.
So a tagline of some sorts, like,
and I think
like I was all in, Aaron, when the American did the dumb shit they did and sold the Big East name. I was all for the tagline for the league should have been America, hell yeah. Like you should have leaned into the fact that you're doing a dumb thing and like naming the conference that.
And while you're making the joke there, they kind of did do the dumb thing, calling themselves the Power Six.
Yeah.
And just not giving a shit if anybody was going to make fun of them or not. And truthfully, between Houston and Cincinnati, they kind of were.
Yeah. I mean, it's,
since
Cincinnati gets into title, Louisville, like right before they joined. Yeah,
Cincinnati gets into the college football playoff. Houston definitely making some noise in basketball there at the end once they, figured out how to cheat before NIL and all of that, which is just reckless speculation, but it's fine.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's fine. But, no, I mean, I don't know. I don't see much other than like a tagline or like the America's. See, and I even struggle like the coast to coast conference or
they don't go coast to coast yet.
But
yeah,
what a shot across the bow that would be to just proclaim it, like to speak it into existence,
and then get it,
well, right?
Maybe they do have they don't change the Big 12 logo, but maybe they add another logo. I don't know. Maybe you do something with the addition of something, some type of, I don't know. I'm still, or you have a secondary logo, because it's not like
Here's the better question. What are the odds that he's going to come up with something that we're going to be like, damn, I didn't even think of that.
100%. We're going to have the same conversation in like 3 days, and we're going to be like, oh, yeah, that made perfect sense. How did we have
a marketing genius? And
how did we have a 15-minute conversation and we couldn't even scratch that idea?
That's absolutely what's going to happen, isn't it?
For sure.
See you in a couple days. That's the Nightcap. Brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!